Wait, I thought you said you were done, Safi. I was, but I need more footage. I can't stream as much as I hope to. I'm a bit busy of late. So I'm recording some in my own time and go from there. I recall that we were about here. I think they're at the hospital. Like Olivia kind of like strumple-floozled her way inside and just, I'm gonna commit a crime. This can only be a smart idea. Don't come close. I could hear his voice. After so many days, my eyes had not yet left him his at any point during the conversation with Eric. Good old Officer Eric. His gaze, which I thought I had lost forever, was fixed on me, but it radiated something that I knew he was going to show. It radiated hatred. No, that's just turn the heater down, man. Inco, I answered him, swallowing hard to continue speaking. I reached into my pocket and pulled out the camera he bought and held out. Like, this is very cute, but I don't think this is what Inco needs right now. My hands were shaking, and it seemed like they would come off my body at any moment. That's actually caused by your gingivitis. I know what you're thinking. I know how much you hate me, but I just want to apologize. I'm sorry for all of this. I'm sorry how I made you feel. I'm sorry for all these past years. It's not been that many years since ending 2, right? What I like most of Officer Eric's like, just go commit a crime, it's fine. I looked at the floor at his complete silence. Tried to find the words. I put the camera aside. When I saw he didn't seem to care, just staring at me. Staring here. I really love you. I haven't stopped thinking about you since that night. I regret the words I said to you. The only reason you feel that, Olivia, is because you screwed him over royally, right? You don't feel bad. You're just worried you're gonna get in trouble. You know? It's that good old FOMO, fear of missing out. Inco tried to speak, which made me open my eyes for a few seconds. How could you? I waited expectantly to see how he would interrupt me, but he remained silent again so I could tell. Look, I'm not looking, Hold up, do we still have that quote here? No, it's on the other one. Where someone looks lookingly. Inco's face seemed to be changing. How could you tell under all those bandages, man? The pupil I could see from his good eye was dilating. His look. It's because his other eye can't see shit. It like the eyeballs are averaging out. Will you ever be able to look at me without remembering the pain I caused you? I feel like if that's the thing you're worried about, maybe you should just not show up. At least until he's out of the hospital? Everything fell silent for what seemed like minutes. I can't wait minutes. I only have years. It was only a few brief seconds. I like how, this feels so much more dramatic when it's like hours, and it's only been a brief few seconds. Like minutes? Minutes. I can't believe these seconds took a minute. That's so lame. During which I impatiently searched for an answer. Hey, answer to me. I said with a muffled whisper, crawling a little towards where he was. I hate you. The body paled at those words. Does that word make sense for cold-blooded creatures, though? I wasn't ready to hear them. I was too weak and manageable. Oh no, my accounting. Tears began to threaten to spill out, but I really accepted it. I'd accepted that he hated me and that he said it to me. Wow, this is such a... I don't know how to describe it. It's so, like... This feels like an actor is supposed to say it. Right? Tears began threatening to spill out, but I had already accepted it. I accepted that he hated me, that he said it to me. Like, yeah, that's kind of how that works. I just didn't want to hear it said in his voice. You did this for me, I love you. How do you come and see me? Just come here. His words were like knives threatening to cut me to pieces. Really? How did I dare to show myself after what I did to him? Ugh, Olivia, you silly little goose. His voice sounded also more tired as his breathing became slow and sick. How do you breathe sickly? Inco, stop breathing. You're cancer all over me. Olivia, I'm doing health. Yeah, that's what all you humans say. And then you're 80 years old, and it's like, oh no. I shivered a little. I really didn't want to push him or make him fall. He's in a bed. I felt I had the right to hit him for those few seconds. And I felt like, I didn't want to make him fall, but I did want to beat him up a little. Just rough him up around the edges. I didn't really mean... It was an accident. I'm sorry. Listen, you're in a hospital. You're fucked up to the night hells. You're probably never going to see eye to eye again, but I'm really sorry. I broke the law. It's fine, right? I tried to excuse myself in vain. I like how you're the one saying that. That's Inco's line. I didn't want to talk, but my words wanted to come out on their own. They came out stuttering, desperate, without knowing what to say. They're pretty bad lines. Inco tried to sit up while his head shook. I'm impressed this man has the wherewithal to do two things at once. His eyes seem to be trying to release this man. Everyone is just trying to cry, but can't. Couldn't you just have Olivia actually cry? But it's like because she's already rained wet, she can't tell. That's like a really good way to do that. Because she just came in from outside where it's raining or wet or whatever. She fell on the ground. It was quite wet and red. That's called bleeding, Olivia. That's not crying. That's bleeding. He took a breath as best he could. But then he started to cough hard, causing more pain in my chest. I like how you're saying that Inco is probably like suffering. This man is in the greatest pain. Like, my chest. Would a little fucking empathy kill you, Olivia? You shouldn't be talking. And if it was like that, it was my fault. Yes! Then leave! I could hear his breathing thanks to the mechanical ventilator. Every time the ventilator took air, my heart beat hard. I caused this to him. I noticed that it's doing a lot of this, like, too, that don't belong there. Like, you caused this, or you did this to him. You didn't cause this to him. This reminds me a lot of Dutch people who use certain irritations and annoyances in correct ways. You'll know what it means when you get there. I think it's irriteren en ergeren. You can erger aan, but you can't irriteer aan. Because reasons. Yeah. It's just like when people use as when they mean then. He's taller as I. It's like such a common thing in Dutch. It makes me want to beat everyone up that I meet that does it. You think this thing of my is an accidento? Parliamente. Inco, that doesn't mean anything. I thought speaking Spanish would make this moment a little more exciting. Do you think I'm sorry will fix everything you did to me? You ruined my life! Olivia, you took like 5 years! And then you fucking killed me! Like, what the hell, Olivia? We're kind of on a... Things are not in your favor. Tears beginning to well up in my eyes. Finally, more crying. That's what's needed. He was not screaming at the top of his lungs. I'm impressed he can manage that, considering he's hooked up to a fucking ventilator. His heart rate increased, decorating that disaster of an encounter even more. I like how you can tell this because the man is hooked up to a machine, but you can just sit there and keep your heart rate a secret. Like, I feel like in a cool scene where characters are aware of their emotions, she'd be like, it's kind of unfair that I can tell that his heart rate is going up, but he can't tell mine is. I want to tell him. I want him to know how serious I am, but only he can tell me the truth. I don't know. Inco took a breath before continuing and started to cough. Seems like the best of all things. Ventilators are not comfortable, man. They're not meant to be comfortable. They're meant to keep you alive. But more importantly, I love how Inco's like, and the implications that he's trying to start talking and he just coughs again. Come on, Inco, just give up. He ripped the mask off his face through it. I like that he has the wherewithal to do this. And no one... Shouldn't someone, like, get a doctor involved at this point? Coughing out air from his damaged lungs. This... Inco, at this point, you're causing more damage to yourself, right? Like, this can only have long-term consequences. I tried to do everything for you. I really loved you. I gave up photography so I could work and make money and buy you the paints and canvases you wanted. I gave you the things I liked so I could support you. I gave you my shoulder. And what are you doing in return? Did you think things would be fixed with a few kisses and a night of passion, like what we did with what I thought? You're an adult woman now, Olivia. We're adults. What do you mean? What a goofy line. But I like it. Because if you really think about it, Ending 2 is kind of Olivia living in the fantasy world, whereas Inco has to contend with reality. As a simp! But the core element makes sense, you know. Face I remembered appeared through the door, facing the sad at the disaster situation. Oh, no, it's the... Olivia, what in the goddamn are you doing here? There's a restraining order out. You can't just be here. Look at this man. He's dying. They had rushed out when I was the first to hear the news, and they tried to catch up with me, but there was no way to catch up with the wheelchair going. Oh! So they heard the news, she went up ahead, and she used the... Okay, so that's why she was storming down. That's neat. That got okay with that. That's a fun little setup. I'm sure they were just looking for me to... What? They were just looking for me to take me home. Oh, I see what you mean. But deep down, they wanted to see him too. They were just here to make sure he didn't break the law. But, you know, if they could break the law a little on the side, that's fine too. But look at Inco. The guy's crumbling as they saw what they saw, when they saw it seeingly. Ingo began to cough irregularly and tiredly. His heart wanted to jump out of his chest. How could you tell? Stop touching his chest. Only with a groan, the pain grabs his chest. Looked. Just get this out of here. Just have the groan and grabbing of the pain. Just have the gestures, right? People like POVs and like fancy third parties can say this, but you can't do this as a second person. It's just weird. And you, I trust you. Should push me aside. I've had for your adopted daughter. Our father's the exact same thing. It's my useless family. I was a wild Olivia. Out of the show. I was such an idiot. So I gave it to her life. Oh. Wait. Who's saying this? This feels like something that... Oh, our daughters have problems. That should actually be between, like, I think single quotes, because it's like a citation. It's like a impression. What's the best thing we could do? I'll throw them away. I hope everything works. I already heard it. After years, I thought it could all be fixed. I was reconciling with Olivia. No nonsense, no fuss. I thought we could be a normal couple loving each other. I really did. Till that stupid, pathetic Damien threw it all away. How dare you throw it away? Every couple's perfect like you. And Les Damien. Mean. My body was shaking. My breathing was labored. As my tears soaked the ground. Man, I just can't stop fucking crying, man. I was crying nonstop. There's something about like how much this just keeps talking about crying in like the most plain terms, right? That it just makes it seem like she's just a puddle of tears around her wheelchair, around her where she's sitting or standing or whatever. As Inco yelled at the pains, they stared at the ground in silent shame to the words. Inco, dedicated to. I dictate my finest words. I feel like Randy should be above this because Randy. Listen, Sophia, yes, but Randy, no. As much as I like to be like men should be emotionally vulnerable to, Randy seems like the kind of guy who would tell Inco that he's full of it. You know? Because Randy feels like the kind of guy who knows, he has it figured out in his head. He knows what he was going to do and how he was going to do it. So he's like, I'm not letting someone else tell me how to live, you know? He's too old for that. Like, I'm pretty sure I would look at a 20-year-old and go, fuck off, man. You're just a little baby. In addition to the deathly sighs that made the roof, Ica's heart rate really were through the roof. He wasn't crying, but he seemed dizzy from the way his face was shaking. We're helping. Olivia. Let's speed it up a little, because this scene is taking way too long. Considering we're chapter fucking 3. He was now distressed. I couldn't fully see his face. Didn't stop you earlier. To answer your question, so will hurt me? What? I was going to rest of my life. Would the cycle repeat if it happened again? Would I hurt him again? I don't dare look at the pain's face. Damien was about to fall. Ah! His gaze lost while Inco began to shout again. Have you come to finish the job? If you're going to do it right, Olivia. Poor taken out the room to intervention. Finally! The medical staff have noticed the loud screaming and probably several medical devices going, oh my god, this man is dying. Someone is like, get the hell out of here. You're not helping. We could now Machinga Heda that we should go to hell. I'll blow us all to hell. I didn't react to those words. The page's gaze was lost and devastated. Damien's was lost too. Damien is not one of the pains. Mine, on the other hand, showed nothing. How could you know? Only sorrowful due to my tearful eyes. You're so bad at this, Olivia. I guess that's why you're a painter. You're a drawer. I climbed back onto the chair and just ran away from there again. You know, this is way more fun when you just treat it like the trash it is. Because, gosh, golly. The views were beautiful. Need a minute.